seen people saying Igbo people does not have any rights to vote in Lagos. They have every right to vote in Lagos. No, let's be realistic now. It's Tinubu from Lagos. If a graduate and you are still supporting Tinubu, they need to take you to the nearest psychiatric hospital.
Yes, my people, as the hot, it don't happen though. This man don't expose the relationship between Tinubu and Governor Sanwo-Olu, and he don't expose why they don't want to make another party become the governor of Lagos State. Yes, my family, please do me a favor. Just they hit this like button, make we expose how this man talk, give the general public. He don't talk how much they give Tinubu a month from Lagos State. Please share this video and comment your opinion after watch and finish. May I hit the like button, everybody see him.
Somebody wants to be the president of Nigeria and at the same time still want to control Lagos State. Someone who has been declared as president illegally. Mark my word, though, illegally. Someone who has been declared president of Nigeria, illegally, because he did not fulfill all the conditions that a fully elected president must fulfill. So someone who has been declared president illegally wants to be in the center and wants to control Lagos State. Is that not greediness? He wants to be in Abuja and at the same time he wants to control Lagos State. Is that not greediness? This life is give and take. This life is give and take. This life is give and take. Not that winner takes it all. Okay? So someone very greedy wants to control Lagos State and at the same time control the federal government, control the apparatus of governance, both in Lagos and in Lagos State simultaneously. So that's why I said Lamido Omoboriowo is the most greedy woman I've ever met in my life. I've never met him anyway. He's the most greedy person I've ever seen in my life. Lamido Omoboriowo, very greedy. Very greedy. Lamido Omoboriowo, very greedy. So we have a man that we call a nuisance in Yoruba land, who call himself Lamido Omoboriowo. Now, people who are campaigning for Sanwo-Olu, because I've seen some of my friends, I will call it sheer stupidity, and I don't owe anybody an apology. They don't want Tinubu to be president, but they want Sanwo-Olu to be governor. How can you reconcile the two? You don't want Tinubu. On one hand, you don't want Tinubu to be the president of Nigeria. On the other hand, you said because Roosevelt is an Igbo, you want Sanwo-Olu. How can you reconcile the two? You don't want Tinubu to be the president, but you want Sanwo-Olu, who is an houseboy of Tinubu, to be the governor of Lagos State. Qui facit paelium facit passe. That is a legal maxim. Qui facit paelium facit passe is a legal maxim, and I will interpret it in English. He who does something through another does it himself. Let me say it again. He who does something through another does it himself. Qui facit paelium facit passe. So, don't you know that once Sanwo-Olu is re-elected as governor of Lagos State, Tinubu is the governor? I'm sure they must have signed a covenant, and then they must have go to a shrine to sign a covenant. Because I cannot understand why Lamido Omoboriowo will be going away every month. Quote me, they are paying 9 billion. Sanwo-Olu is paying 9 billion naira into his company. And I'm talking one company. I'm not saying because he has a lot of companies. They have a lot of companies. So if imagine somebody who is not yet the president, is not yet the president of Nigeria, the surrogate, because I will call it his houseboy, Sanwo-Olu, a surrogate. So a surrogate pays every month, pays him $9 billion, 9 billion naira. So what will happen if he becomes the president of Nigeria? Who does not know that the template he adopted in Lagos will be the template he will adopt in Abuja? Obviously, his daughter will be the managing director of NNPC. The son will be the managing director of Nigerian Port Authority. His in-laws will be in charge of immigration. One of his in-law will be in charge of immigration. One of his in-law or one of his son or daughter will be the managing director of Federal Aviation Authority. One of them will be in charge of NCA. These are the people. These are money-making organizations. And they make money in dollars. we call them cash cow of federal government of Nigeria. I'm sure Tinubu will corner everything. Tinubu will corner everything. And then and people are clamoring for him to be the next president. People are clamoring. So, as far as I'm concerned, and I don't owe anybody apology, if you're a graduate and you're still supporting Tinubu, they need to take you to the nearest psychiatric hospital and let a psychiatrist examine your brain, evaluate your brain, whether you are still normal. If you're not living abroad, if you're living either in UK or USA, and you're supporting Tinubu, it's double tragedy for you, double jeopardy. You are living in London, you are living in Italy, no, you are living in UK, you are living in Italy, you are living in United States of America, and you are supporting Tinubu, and you refuse to relocate back to Nigeria. Shame on you. Tinubu will turn Nigeria into a paradise. So why don't you relocate back to Nigeria and enjoy whatever you are enjoying where you are hibernating abroad? Come and enjoy it in the new paradise that Tinubu wants to create in Nigeria. Now, let's start from the simplest thing. This is 1999 constitution. I'm putting a copy of that. Assuming I'm in Nigeria. Let's even do small constitutional law exercise. Assuming I'm living in Nigeria. Let's do small constitutional exercise. If you think people in Nigeria are foolish, I'm sorry to use that language. If you think people in Nigeria are foolish, they are not foolish. They are afraid because of your way. They know that you're a violent man. They know that with MC Olom on your side, you can do and not do. So, but me, nothing you can do to me. So let's start with Section 39, Subsection 1. Every person, this is it. Every person shall be entitled to freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart ideas and information without interference. So I'm only exercising my Section 39, Subsection 1. Let's go to Section 40 of the same Constitution. Every person shall be entitled to assemble freely and associate with other persons, and in particular, he may form or belong to any political party, trade union, or any other association for the protection of his interest. So, because I've been seeing people saying Igbo people does not have any rights to vote in Lagos. They have every right to vote in Lagos. Igbos, they have every right to vote in Lagos. They are citizens of Nigeria. If you don't know, they are citizens of Nigeria. They pay their taxes in Lagos. When they want to pay taxes, they don't go back to Igbo land to pay their taxes. All the Igbo traders in Ladipo Market, Alaba, they pay taxes. They even paid money to Yaloja General of Lagos State. So why is it now that it's time for them to exercise their franchise? You now remember that they are Igbos. Is that not sheer stupidity? To the extent that a market in Ajegule was burnt down just because you want to show Igbos that they are not from Lagos State. Is that the proper way to show Igbos? Now, if you know that Igbos don't have any right to vote in Lagos, why don't you go to court? After all, you call yourself a Democrat. Why don't you go to court and tell court to stop Igbos from voting in Lagos State? And let us see whether court will grant your prayers. And then there's this foolish argument. Igbos are dominating. How can Igbo dominate Lagos? Igbo will take over. How is it possible? On a serious note, let's be realistic. How is it possible for Igbo to take over Lagos? Please, whoever wants to prove to me that Igbos can take over Lagos, let him come now. Or if you have a superior fact, you can arrange for another day. Let us debate it, because to me it doesn't make sense. How is it possible for Igbo to take over Lagos? No, I'm telling you now, a tenant will always be a tenant. So how is it possible for Igbos to take over Lagos? Forget about all this propaganda. How is it possible for Igbo to take over Lagos? I still don't understand it. Is it possible for Igbo now to become Oba of Lagos? And then we now bring sentiment. We bring I mean, we are going too far with this tribal policy that Tinubu is playing in Lagos State. We are going too far. I'm sincerely speaking, Tinubu is going too far. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It's a foolish way of playing games. If it is a strategy, it's a strategy that will backfire. If it's a strategy, if it's a political strategy, it's a strategy that will boomerang and backfire big time. Because it doesn't make sense. Whatever strategy is trying to use, it doesn't make sense. After all, they will say he's a brilliant man. I've never seen any brilliance in whatever action he's doing. You cannot force people to vote for you. You can't. You can't force people to like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. There's nothing you can do about it. So you can't force people to vote for you. The essence of democracy is that it's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So once there is coercion, there is undue influence, there's how will I put it? There's violence. That's no longer a democracy. That's no longer democracy. In democracy, agreed, minority will have a say, but majority must have their way. So I still don't understand Yorubas. Foolishly, you are supporting Tinubu. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. So Tinubu himself, that is tagging some people not from Lagos. Is he from Lagos? Is Tinubu from Lagos? No, let's be realistic now. Is Tinubu from Lagos? Of all the past governor in Lagos State, who is from Lagos among them? Sanwo-Olu, Ambode, Fashola, who is from Lagos among them? I still don't understand why Tinubu alone single-handedly will be dictated to everybody. The same Tinubu made Igbos to be commissioner in his cabinet. You've forgotten that Joe Igbokwe is a special assistant to Tinubu on gutter affairs. Ben Akabueze was minister for budget and was commissioner for budget and planning in the same Tinubu cabinet. There's another guy from Katsina State who is commissioner for water resources and environment. So why is it now that it's so difficult for a Yoruba boy or a Yoruba man from Lagos Island to become the next governor of Lagos State? Assuming, because I'm not the one that will decide who will become the next governor. So why is it even difficult for another party to contest in Lagos State? Is Lagos State a cult? Is it a secret society that if you don't belong to the society, you cannot become governor? But I don't blame Tinubu. I don't blame Tinubu. I blame Lagos indigenous people. So Tinubu has turned Lagos State into a laughing stock. Lagos State is always in the news for wrong reasons. It's either they are burning market. If they are not burning market, they are being violent. If they are not being violent, MC Olomo is dominating the scene. If MC Olomo is not dominating the scene, Kwaman is. And I don't understand it all. In Lagos State, where we have intellectuals, great families, the Elias family, Peregrinos family, Roosevelt family, Darusha Fodu family, and then stupid Olomo will be controlling people. Stupid MC Olomo. What is his qualification? That MC Olomo will now be an influencer in Lagos State. That Kwanwan, I mean what they call him. They will be an influential person in Lagos State when we have educated people from that same Lagos State. That there's one stupid guy, they call him Coco Saria. Those are the influencers in Lagos State. Those are they are the elite of Lagos State. Everything about Tinubu is fraud. Everything. Come and prove me wrong. Everything about him is fraud. Either from his primary school, to his secondary school, to his university, to his names, to his parents, to his even place of work. Everything about him is fraud. Everything. Once you just mention fraud in Nigeria, the first name that will pop up is Lamidi Omaburiwon. You see, I've been mentioning so many names. One man, different names. One man, different names. Just mention fraud, and that Shongolele name will come up. Fraud. Just wants to type in fraud. Now, before I forget, there's a lady called Adunia Day, and I watched a video, and the lady said MCO Lomo and Koko Zaria are threatening her life, and then I don't know her personally. I don't know her personally, but and I know she's an American citizen. So if anybody knows Adunia Day contact, or if you don't know her contact, can you please tag her so that she can watch this program? Adunia Day, if you have evidence that MC Oloma is threatening you, please pass it on to us. I beg you in the name of God, if you have a strong evidence that MC Olomo, because MC Olomo too is an American citizen, so if you have a strong evidence that MC Olomo is threatening your life, please pass it on to us. And I say me, yes. I say yes. We pass it on to us. My name is Olale Konaraju. Pass that information to me, and we take it up. Enough of stupid behavior. Enough of stupid behavior anywhere in Nigeria. You can't be in Nigeria and at the same time be an American citizen, and you'll be inflicting pains, causing discomfort in Nigeria, and then when there's problem, you run back to America. You cannot be enjoying both worlds. You cannot be enjoying two worlds simultaneously. So you cannot be a citizen of Nigeria and at the same time be a citizen of America, and then you now go back to Nigeria and cause a mayhem, cause wanton destruction, and then run back to America to come and enjoy. It's not going to work again like that. I swear to God, it's not going to work like that. I'm not more than this. I'm just a simple person. So you see, I'm nobody. So don't think this one is making mouth. I'm nobody. So don't think this one is making mouth. I'm nobody. I'm just an ordinary person. Look at the way Wike is behaving in River State. Then there's another guy in Delta. They call him, what's his name, Seth? In Delta. What's this guy's name? They say he's the Prime Minister of Delta. This stupid guy. Black as charcoal. I don't know his name. They call him Prime Minister of Delta. Very stupid guy. He lives in Warri. He will come on Facebook and be saying rubbish. Now we they run Warri. Stupid idiots. Which Warri you they run? Once they can perfect the act of fraud, you are in Warri, you are stealing crude oil and selling it, and you are making mad. Now we they run Warri. Look at the way Wike is behaving in River State. Look at the way Wike is behaving. Look, Wike, for God's sake, is a lawyer. The wife is a judge. What kind of democracy are we practicing in Nigeria? Wike, who is a lawyer, senior lawyer. The wife is a judge. And then the same Wike is the one truncating democracy. Truncating democracy. The same Wike is the one truncating democracy. Let me read this comment.